Jeff Hardy was born Jeffrey Nero Hardy on August 31, 1977 in Cameron, North Carolina. Hardy is a three-time WWE champion, a five-time Intercontinental champion, and a former United States champion. Either individually and/or with his brother Matt, whom he has won the WWE Tag Team titles with 8 times, he should be in the Hall of Fame. In the early 1990s, Matt and Jeff Hardy started their own wrestling organization called Trampoline Wrestling Federation, and eventually formed the Organization of Modern Extreme Grappling Arts with Thomas Simpson. Jeff Hardy had his first match in the WWE on May 23, 1994 versus Razor Ramon in Youngstown, Ohio. His ring name that night was Keith Davis, who was the name of Ramon's scheduled opponent. Hardy was only 16 years old at the time. He told Tony Garea he was 18. Hardy wrestled the 1-2-3 Kid under his real name the next night on WWF Superstars, which aired June 25. He would eventually wrestle King Kong Bundy, Jim Neidhart, Owen Hart, and Triple H. Hardy got his first win in the WWF on WWF Superstars in December of 1995 via countout against Razor Ramon. He first teamed with his brother in 1996 in the WWF, wrestling as jobbers until 1998, when they were billed from Virginia, not North Carolina. The Hardy Boys eventually signed with the WWF in 1998 and were trained by Dory Funk Jr. in his Funkin' Dojo. They were eventually brought up to TV in 1999 in the midst of a feud with The Brood. Michael Hayes was their manager. The Hardy Boys won their first WWF Tag Team Championships on July 5, 1999 versus the Acolytes. By October of 1999, they were being managed by Terry Runnels. They competed in the finals of the Terry Invitational Tournament in the WWF's first ever tag team ladder match against Edge and Christian. They competed in the first ever tag team triple threat ladder match against the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian at WrestleMania 16 in 2000, in which Edge and Christian won the match. During the match, Hardy performed a Swanton Bomb to Bubba Ray Dudley off a 20-foot ladder. In 2000, the Hardys got a new manager, Lita, with the three of them collectively being known as Team Extreme. Their feud with Edge and Christian went on throughout 2000, resulting in them winning the Tag Team Championships twice. At SummerSlam in 2000, they competed against the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian for the Tag Team Championships in the first ever tables, ladders, and chairs match, but were unsuccessful. The Hardys faced them again in the second TLC match at WrestleMania 17, but was unsuccessful as well. As a result of Jeff Hardy's high-risk and unorthodox wrestling style, in 2001 he received a singles push. He defeated Triple H for the Intercontinental Championship. He won the Light Heavyweight Championship by defeating Jerry Lynn. And he won the Hardcore Championship twice by defeating Mike Awesome and Rob Van Dam. At the end of 2001, the Hardys began feuding against each other, resulting in a fight at Vengeance, with Lita as the guest referee. Jeff won the match, and also had a match against The Undertaker for the Hardcore Championship in the middle of the feud, in a losing effort. The Undertaker ultimately attacked Matt and Jeff Hardy, as well as Lita, because they were being written off of programming, due to the WWE having no storylines for them at the time. In April of 2002, a feud began between the Hardy Boys and Brock Lesnar, after Lesnar hit Matt with a F5 on the steel entrance ramp. Jeff sought revenge against Lesnar at Backlash in Lesnar's first televised match, and Lesnar won the match via knockout. The Hardy Boys and Brock Lesnar, along with his tag team partner, Paul Heyman, would eventually have a match at Judgment Day, with Heyman picking up the win for his team. In July of 2002, Hardy would win the Hardcore Championship for the third time by defeating JBL. In 2002, Hardy began focusing on his singles career, and challenged The Undertaker for the WWE Undisputed Championship in a ladder match. Although he lost the match, he earned The Undertaker's respect. Hardy would eventually defeat William Regal for the European Championship. Hardy would lose the European Championship a few weeks later to Rob Van Dam, in a match to unify the European and Intercontinental Championships, thus retiring the European Championship. In January of 2003, Hardy briefly turned heel when he attacked Shawn Michaels and Rob Van Dam. He would turn face the following month when he saved Stacy Keibler from an attack by Christian. Hardy would soon begin a storyline romance with Trish Stratus after he saved her from an attack by Steven Richards and Victoria. Hardy competed in his final match, at the time in the WWE, after a loss to The Rock. He was released by the WWE on April 22, 2003, citing erratic behavior, drug use, refusal to go to rehab, deteriorating ring performance, constant tardiness, and no-showing events.